No. Just no.
Breaking news in the Rock feed, it's been nearly 20 years since the members of Pantera went their separate ways and the band broke up. Since that time, we've lost iconic musicians, both Vinnie Paul and, of course, Dimebag Darrell, two prolific forces in rock and heavy metal music. But now, according to a bombshell report from Billboard, the living members of Pantera have signed a deal to take the band's iconic legacy back out on the road for what will surely be a sold-out, gigantic stadium tour. The agents representing Pantera have confirmed the news in their report to Billboard. They released a statement. They are being represented by Artist Group International, and they told Billboard, "We are thrilled to be working with such an iconic band, bringing their music back to the fans." Obviously, this presents a number of questions. First of all, I'm very excited about this, and I'm very interested in seeing the band perform live. Phil Anselmo is sober. He's in great shape. He's putting on great performances. Rex Brown as well, extremely talented and is committed to the legacy of Pantera. He is going to crush it as well. But the question remains about who would play in the positions of the Abbott brothers. One name that undoubtedly comes to mind would be, of course, the great Zakk Wylde. Many people would love to see him step into that role and pay tribute to the iconic legacy of Dimebag Darrell. He seems to be interested in doing so, but we have an interview from last year with Rex Brown where he says that Zakk Wylde would not be part of a Pantera tribute tour. He said in an interview with Eon Music last year, quote, "Offers still come in for Philip and I to do it if we wanted to, but if you don't have the other guys in the band, it's not going to sound the same. If we were ever to do something like that, it would have to be spot on, or I wouldn't do it. It would be a tribute." He went on to add, "It's going to come up, and it wouldn't be Zakk Wylde. I guarantee you that. I've just put it out there so we can get on past it." For her part, Dimebag Darrell's beloved girlfriend Rita Haney has voiced support for Zakk Wylde to fill that position. In a 2020 interview on the subject with Eric Blair, Rita Haney said the following: "As far as trying to put Pantera back together, no, that's distasteful without those other guys. But I think as a tribute, it would be a really great thing because I know, from a fan's point, if I hadn't been able to see them play on stage or hear those songs, I can imagine other people as well.
I have seen them
I think
play
it's
on
great that they
stage
could at
many
least see it
times.
performed, and
It
by
will
people that
not be
truly
the
love
same.
them. So yeah, I think it would be a really cool thing." She even said, quote, "I definitely would be okay with the tour. I'd want to be at every show." In a 2014 interview with Matt Pinfield, Phil Anselmo said the following about working with Zakk Wylde in a potential Pantera reunion. He said, quote, "I think the situation would have to be correct." He added, yeah, no doubt. We are on tour with Black Label Society right now, and don't ever underestimate the power of conversation between Zakk and I. Vinnie Paul previously stated that Wylde and Dimebag were very good friends, and it would make sense for him to be a part of it. As for who would play the drums in Vinnie Paul's position, it also remains to be seen, and this will certainly ignite rampant speculation about who is going to perform on this Pantera tribute tour. No doubt about it, though, these are smart people. They are going to put forth their best effort to honor the legacy that Pantera deserves. There are very serious people involved. These are going to be very big shows. I think we should give them time to make whatever announcements they need to make. For me, I've talked to my buddy Mark, as well, a diehard Pantera fan. We would love to see Zakk Wylde take that position on stage. Obviously, Rex Brown feels differently, and I respect his position. Obviously, he is an important part of the band's legacy, and I trust these guys to make the right decision and to put on the best show possible for the fans. Let us know who you would like to see behind the kit and at the guitar in the comments of this video. But it's a great day for those of us, including myself, who have not had the opportunity to see Pantera perform live. This is not a perfect situation, but it would be a beautiful tribute to honor the legacy of the Abbott brothers, which you know is going to be a part of the performance, and also to get to hear these songs in a live setting, in a big live setting, as they are meant to be performed. This is great news. We're going to be following the story very close, and we will let you know as soon as we have more about who could be performing at these tribute shows with the mighty Pantera.
No. I still remember Vinnie Paul on that metal show when they asked him about reuniting with Phil and Rex and doing Pantera. He said some stones are better left unturned.
Would there be any possibility of any kind of Pantera going forward?
I mean, honestly, if Dom was still here, that could be a possibility. But since he's not, we had 14 great years. I'm very proud of it, and some stones are better left unturned, man.
That's right.
I agree. Dimebag was Pantera. There's no question. He was the driving factor behind Pantera. Without Dime, it would be like having a Van Halen reunion without Eddie. It just doesn't work. If you wanted to put somebody behind the guitar, and again, I don't agree with the idea of doing a Pantera tribute, because that's all it would be, I would put Wes Hauck from Alluvial.
Cemetery Gates. Or like Clash with Reality.
I think Wes he channels Dimebag so much in his style. So I could certainly see Wes, or even all of England. I think Ola would do a phenomenal job, but it's still not going to be Dime. As far as the drums go, I mean, you'd have to get somebody that channels the energy of Vinny. And the first name that popped into my head when I heard this was, what are they going to do? They're going to go get Chris, Adler, the old drummer of Lamb of God.
Paul once broached the topic of a Pantera reunion. He remained steadfast over the years in never following through with it. He didn't feel it was right without his late brother Dimebag Darrell, and that's an opinion shared by Lamb of God drummer Chris Adler, who revealed on the Talk is Jericho podcast that he expressed his thoughts to Paul. Not that my opinion mattered, but I encouraged him, please don't, it's not right, said Adler. As much as I love Zakk Wylde or whoever else might be able to do it, it's celebrated by the fact that it's over. It's celebrated by the fact that we all remember it well with all the appropriate pieces to the puzzle. Adler went on to state that he felt that the band couldn't replicate the chemistry of the core Pantera 4.
I think Chris would be a great choice. But I mean, I imagine anyone we speculate on is probably not going to be the one they choose. I mean, it just seems like the obvious choices to me would be Wes and Chris Adler. But it's still not something I would pay $250 to go see without Dimebag. Much love to Vinny, love Vinny, but even if Vinny was part of this, Dimebag was Pantera to me.
Get yourself a fucking double black tooth and raise some goddamn hell! Come on!
So I'm not a fan of this idea at all. And I may be the biggest Pantera fan of all the reactors out there. I've seen Pantera dozens of times live. But as always, you tell me. Get in my comments, let me know what you think about a Pantera reunion. Who would you choose? I mean, would you choose Zakk Wylde?
I would put it this way, if the guys were ever to do that and they asked me to, obviously it would be to honor Dimebag's, greatness and the band's amazing achievements, I mean, to me, as far as I'm concerned, if the guys were to do it, it would just be a celebration of everything they achieved and a celebration of Dime's life and Dime's greatness. So, of course, I'd be honored to, play my fallen brother's stuff. So, without a doubt. I know he'd be getting a kick out of it too, you know what I mean? So that's for sure, because he'd be laughing his ass off. So, but no, because, we all love the Dime.
Would it be Igor Cavalera on drums? Because because I know Igor and Vinny were tight, because I know the guys from Pantera and Sepultura were really, really close. So that would be like choosing Zach just based off of friendship and familiarity. But we can all speculate, and that's what I'm asking you to do. Get in my comments, let me know what you think about the reunion, and who you would, if you had to choose, who would you put in the spots to replace Dimebag and Vinny? That's it, guys. Not a fan of this one. But as always, get in my comments, and you can always come at me, bro.